Welcome to the first video in my docu-series on John Legere and T-Mobile. It's going to be a long series with a lot of twists and turns, but let's start with why we're here. Do you remember the days of John Legere and T-Mobile shaking up the industry? Do you remember the loudmouth CEO who didn't give a shit what people thought? Do you remember the CEO who fought for the front line and created a cult-like following with his employees and customers? I do, because he was my hero. I spent my 20s and 30s being part of the coolest turnaround story in corporate America history, and he was leading the charge. Let me remind you how cool John Legere was from this CNBC series, The Brave Ones.
A lot of people feel that companies themselves are soulless, that CEOs are buttoned down, and that if you do become anything other than that, it's going to hurt your business model. You are a living, breathing example that that's wrong.
Hello, who's this?
This is Lisa.
Lisa.
John.
What's up?
Oh my God, can I just tell you, you are the best CEO on this planet?
Yeah, but that's easy because most CEOs suck.
There's a shtick to John, but the shtick is completely in keeping with his company. That's why it's genuine. He's a rebel.
He was kind of a cultural alien at the beginning, and he was kind of a rock star in a symphony orchestra. And eventually, the orchestra learned and loved to play rock with him.
That's the T-Mobile I worked for and grew up in. I can still remember being on the sales floor in March of 2011 when I got an email saying AT&T was buying T-Mobile. And I was absolutely miserable because I had just left AT&T to go to T-Mobile. And then 18 months later, Mr. John Legere became the CEO of T-Mobile and provided me the opportunity of a lifetime. I started as a seasonal retail sales associate and worked my way up the ladder into multiple positions and eventually made my way into headquarters. I've learned so much in the last 17 years, it's unbelievable. I went from a part-time seasonal paycheck to 6 figures. And I also met my wife while I was hustling phones at the T-Mobile on Skillman and Abrams. Shout out to the Skillas. To me, that's an example of the American dream. But back to Legere, my bad. I could go on about this story forever, so make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. Sincerely, Legere, I appreciate you for being who you used to be. I appreciate you for showing me how to have the courage to speak up for the little guy. I couldn't agree more with your statements right here.
You're the worst thing that ever happened to him. I am right in your face aggressive to them, but on behalf of people. The assumption is that these high and mighty duopolists that are raping you for every penny you have, if they could do something nice for you, they would. The hate you. I'm telling you.
So let's cut the bullshit and get straight to the point of why I'm here. I'm the person you used to be. Magenta is now mine. And to be fair, you did give it up like it was so easy to do.
Consulting with my new business development team, I made the very tough decision to move away from Magenta to a less eccentric look for my next professional chapter.
You showed who you really were right there, didn't you? The difference between you and me is I bleed magenta. And now I'm going to uncarrier journalism and the news and speak up to the establishment who keeps screwing us little people over. Y'all are making it real hard on me by suspending my X account, shadow banning me on Instagram, blocking me on Instagram, and whatever else you're doing that I don't know about. People are waking up to the BS and are tired of it. You changed, not me. Remember that. You did this to yourself. You changed to team establishment and supported my constitutional rights being violated at T-Mobile. You're just like Rage Against the Machine turning into Rage for the Machine. Nobody in America even cares that my constitutional rights were violated and I was discriminated against. The only accountability is me speaking up, and it's costing me a lot of money, friends, and family. I know you left in 2020, but you were still my hero when you turned into the left-wing propagandist. How did I get it right and all the people that made a lot of money got it wrong? The answer lies within the question. Let's see some of the stuff I'm talking about. There's wearing a mask because of COVID, and then there were people like you who were straight up propagandists for some reason.
So feel like joining me on a trail run? Up, up. A lot of damage. Certainly an amazing day for a run. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hey, happy Saturday, everybody. Here's a friendly reminder. Wear a mask. Be a good neighbor. Keep your neighbors safe, and they'll return the favor. And be a leader. Leaders lead. Lead by wearing a mask. That's right, it's Slow Cooker Sunday. And although I'm home, I'm wearing a mask, just to send a message.
You serious?
I'm keeping these episodes short on purpose to support America's attention span. On the next episode, I'm going to show you how John Legere, Steve Aoki, and Blau made millions of dollars hustling NFTs. It's a pretty cool story, especially now knowing 95% of NFTs are worthless and the middle class lost billions while wealthy people made billions.
You're an investor, collector, and NFT strategist yourself. Like, you care. You know, you're in the space. You're collecting. I seen a picture of your doodle when I walked in.
Yeah. And a mutant ape.
And a mutant ape. And I seen a thing you said recently is that you've made more money off NFTs than you have in your past 6 albums.
Yes.
Which is fascinating.
Yeah. It's and it's true.
And don't worry, I'll give you a quick intro to NFTs on that video, but nothing too detailed.